Welcome to BISP Solution. We are here again with another topic on FCCS to know about the new features or the some of them which are less known or have been or have been discovered in a new way. So in today's topic, we are going to learn about the debugging or the tips and tricks which we can use in our FCCS. So there are many while working on the application, we may face we may face many issues related to the errors and warnings or might be the members might not have been created properly or there may be some hierarchy issue or some property issues and which may cause the delay which may not give us a proper result or may give us a or may not give us the desired result. So that may be caused due to the the properties or the members which we have in the application which we define may not be correctly and appropriately defined in the application. So we will just go and see some of them, how we can come up and overcome with these issues. And we'll use some tips, tricks in the FCCS to make our work easier. So first of all, in the application, so under the cash flow, if we take the example of this cash flow and the for the moment members, this one, as we can see under the we will go to the dimensions first. Under the dimensions, we have the moment member. And these members are predefined basically. And as we all know, the members which are prefixed with FCCS, they are seeded member. They are predefined in the application and they cannot be altered or they cannot be changed subject to some restrictions. So under this moment members, we have this FCCS moment and we have the closing balance as one of the member. And under that, we have this opening balance. This is the parent member. And under this uh, opening balance, we can input the figure because it is a zero level member. So all these are basically come when we create this application for this moment member, right? Because they are necessarily required while working on this application. And basis this, we have this moment total, moment subtotal, and under that, the different member have been categorized or grouped under the moment cache. Moment cache is basically a zero level member. It is not a dynamic. It's not a dynamic. It's not a parent member, but we have operating, investing, and financing member, and under which we have defined the different moments, basis which we can create the cash flow of the organization of the data which we input by allowing the input by inputting the figure, say this one. If we can go and see this one, this is one of the issue, one of the from example. For this cache, we have taken the changes in cache as our right. And similarly, for other members, we have taken the appropriate moment, defined the appropriate moment member from the application, basis which we can easily create the flow, cash flow. These are basically the primary members. And for creating this cash flow, a separate hierarchy has been created. Now you can see under this cash flow, FCCS cash flow, right? And under that, you can see all these members of the moment members have been shared under this cash flow, right? With the help of this, we can create the cash flow for our data. So what it has done, basis the movement members which are available in our main hierarchy under the closing balance, basically under subtotal. Those members, zero level members, okay. The zero level members have been shared under cash flow. Okay, so we will just go and see, check some of them under the operating and under say, just ignore this one, just to go and see in the investing. Take this as changes in net income. So this is the most appropriate one, you can say. Changes in net asset. This is one of the movement, parent movement under the uh, closing balance, under the subtotal head, parent. And under this, these are the zero level members. So these zero level members have been shared under the cash flow hierarchy to enable us to create the cash flow. So let's move on to this changes in net asset. This one, changes in net asset. This one. So this is our member under, sorry, under operating. We have net income. Just we'll make it under operating. We have net income. Net income, it is shared here under cash flow and amortization. Just make it as cash flow net asset. We will use this one. Changes in accounts receivable. We have drilled down this changes in. We can search it from here also. Means basically the we are what we are I want to say that this has been shared in it. Say for this cash flow inventories, cash flow, current asset, accounts payable, current liability, other current liability. So to understand it better, I will just make a comparison of both of this. Okay. Insert a table of say 3 rows. Just so I will just take the screenshot of first this one of the changes in net asset. Just take it and paste it here. And similarly, if we can see this one under the cash flow members, changes in net asset. I will just reduce this. Okay, I will make it as 14. Will make this also 14. Okay, let's landscape it. Okay, now you can see the two members, we can see it easily. Now you can see changes in net asset. So under the cash flow, cash flow hierarchy, changes in net asset. Now you can see it has been we have added the name as FCCS cash flow net asset. It is a dynamic calc. It is also a dynamic calc. Now under this changes in net asset, we have this member accounts receivable. Okay. Under this cash flow, while creating this application, we are supposed to create a uh, parent member or a dynamic calc member uh, with the use of what cash flow, that is FCCS cash flow accounts receivable. So in case of movement, we have to use cash flow movements, FCCS cash flow accounts receivable, right? And under that, we will share that this member FCCS movement account receivable. Now you can see this one for creating this cash flow purpose. Similarly, if we go and see this one FCCS, this inventory, which one, this FCCS movement inventory, this one. This is, sorry, this is that inventory. You can see the FCCS movement inventory is a primary, is a dynamic calc member, right? But in the cash flow, while creating, we will make a parent member of it with including the word cash flow, this one. And under this parent, we will share the member, the zero level member, which is available in our parent, in our main hierarchy. So that's why this we have to take care of this issue also. Otherwise, we may get a wrong result. Yeah, additionally, and if we suppose if we create some other moment members in it, some as per our requirement, if we create some additional member under this moment, by creating that, we have to also share that member in our cash flow also in the similar way, in the similar manner. So for that, we will say we will just create a member with the MTS assets reallocation, right? This is the main. And while creating this, we have to create a member with MVMTS, or you can say cash flow underscore movements. Okay. And this will be dynamic calc, and this will be, and this is never share or store member. Means it is a zero level member. And but in the cash flow hierarchy, we'll create a parent of this, and under this cash flow member parent, we will share the primary member. This one, moment asset reallocation. So the input will be given under this moment asset reallocation, which will be rolled up to its parent, that is cash flow moment asset reallocation, dynamic calc. Right? This is to be kept in mind while designing, or if when we create the new movement member as per our requirement. So this is one of the issue which we may crept in while creating the movement, additional movement. So we have to just go and create it under the cash flow also. So coming on to the next issue, we have also seen in our earlier session, the metadata fixing errors and warning. So which are the metadata validation is one of the major reason for causing the errors or giving us or giving a wrong result. So we will just go to this application and we'll see some of them basically how to resolve them. We'll go to this overview. Under action, we will go and see validate the metadata. So we will see some of them only. We'll more and we will have some other um, different activity. Now you can see we have these numbers of errors or the validation errors for the meta data, right? So it is saying that income expenses 7770 account operator should be subtraction based on parent and child types. Okay, and we have this cash and cash equivalent. This sol order for this member should be 58. Let's take this example. Oh, I will just take the screenshot of this error so that we can. So 44444, sorry. Dimension members. That is our dimension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Under this, here, what is the error description? This sol order for this number should be 58. But when we go to property of this member, you can see we cannot see this sol order detail under the member properties, under attribute values, UDA, but we can see it under the member formula, right? And this sol order is written here in this column, this sol order here, but we can, you can see this is the, but this is not enabled. So how we can change this or how we can add the sol order for this and correct this, rectify this, fixing the error. So for that, we have to take the help of the Smart View dimension editor, right? Smart View dimension editor. With the help of that, we can resolve this, the error, the validation error. So I have just already connected this on this application, and under dimension editor, I will click on this account dimension and we'll see the result of it. Now you can see the properties which are available we can see in the view in the smart view, and just zoom it to a next level. And under this property, we also have one of the property as solve order, right? So to input that, I will add that property in our smart view. From account, we will choose this member property. And from here, we will console solve order. And we will just refresh it. Now you can see the members, this solve order attribute is now available in our smart view. And what it is saying for console, it is showing error only for the console. Solve order for this is 58. So we will choose and this error, this member here. So make it as keep only. Sorry, zoom in. Okay, we'll keep this one. Keep only. Zoom into next level. Asset. So if as we do not know where it is located, then we can go and simply write the name here and just refresh it. Write the member name here. One, two, three. 5. Okay, maybe I have to change the alias here. It must be under current asset, accounts receivable. What is this number? Cash and cash equivalent. Under cash and cash equivalent. Now you can say this is the member in which the error is there. And let's see what is the sol order for this, whether it has been defined or not. No, it has not been defined. So we will go and input here and we'll submit the data. Now it will resolve our sol order date, validation error, right? So for this sol order, the console sol order can only be input through dimension editor, right? This property is not accessible from the property tabs under the from the member itself, members property in the application, right? Similarly, for other this is same for the sol order 58 and 58. And now we have data storage should match with console cube data storage. We will just go and see this one, dummy data source. So under the data source, we have created one additional member basically. This is the dummy data source. We will go and check its a property. So here the data storage is never share, while in the member formula, it is showing as store. So we must have the same data storage under member formula and as a default. So we will just go and share this one, correct this one, and we'll save this one. So it will change our, rectify our entity. So I mean, level zero member should not be dynamic L without member formula. So we will go to this product. These are those which are these errors commonly generate in our application while working or while creating or after creating the metadata. Now you can see what it is saying. Level zero member should not be dynamic calc without member formula. As this member, it is dynamic calc and there is no child attached to it. Is not created under this one, right? If you have to do this, the zero level member or the member without any child, if you want to make it as dynamic else, so you have to assign a member formula to it. Either you can write some member formula for it, okay, or you can create a child to under it. So add child to it, dummy fact total, okay, make it as never share addition, make the member share as never share, okay. We are prefixing it with dummy so that we can identify this has been created for for validating purpose. This member is not in used. Okay, just to resolve our validation problem, we have our validation issue. We have created this member. And in case if tomorrow some members we can add, if we add some members to it, we can delete this one and we'll remain the other member. We can keep that other members also. Now we will go and just refresh the data, the database, and we'll see whether so we have got one another member. It is not allowing us to make the refreshing database. What it is saying? It is saying the error compiling formula for 440016. The member formula which we have defined for this member is not correct, right? That's why it is not allowing us to refresh our data. So let's go under the account dimension and 16 and see whether it has any member formula or not. We have this member formula. Let's see. Now it is defined. It has a member formula, means at the rate sum 440015, means whatever is there in 440015 should appear here. And but this formula is a wrong. So just we will just validate it. That is why it has giving us the error. To validate it, we will just input a semicolon here, and now we will validate it. Now you can see the member formula is validated. So it is also necessary that we must input the formula in a correct way. Now we will just save this one and we'll go and see under overview. Refresh the database first. Refresh database, create, refresh database, refresh it. So it is refreshing the our database. The meanwhile, we will go and see this smart view sheet, and we'll see we'll learn some tips and tricks for this FCCS database. How we can ease our work while working on this smart view ad hoc grid. Now it is finished. Earlier it was not finishing the value refresh database. After removing that error, now it has allowed us to refresh the database. Now we will just go and validate the metadata and see whether we will see it run. Now you can see we have only these three members. Earlier, we have removed or fixed this data source errors and the product error, and also the cash and cash equivalent 444 sol order for this. This is also not appearing in our list, right? Likewise, we can also validate our metadata to make our work more easier. So now coming on to this smart view. So while working on smart view, many times I will just move it to this one and we'll upload it. Take these three figures for our learning purpose. Okay, refresh it. I will remove this one, these three members, and will pivot this entity to the columns. Now you can see we have these members and also we have these members also. Right. So many times while working, we are getting this member name, not the alias name. So we get confused. What is the member name specific for this? So either we have to make it as change alias. We will be able to see this one. This is income one. And suppose we have to input and sometimes uh, we may need to input the code. We may not know the name or the alias name, the exact name, right? So to deal with this issue, we have a one option here under the smart option. Under member option, we have this member name display. We have this under this, we have three options. Distinct member name only, member name and alias, and member name or alias. So presently we are on member name or alias. So it will display only member name or its alias. But if you want both member name and alias should appear here, Then we will just choose this one and we'll OK this one and refresh it. Now you can see, we can see both the members, both the alias and the member name. Now this is the member name 555 555 00001 and its alias name is income one. So, but the disadvantage of this is that it makes our uh, it expand the sheet basically. So we in place of two rows, two columns, we have to work with the four column. And similarly, we are also getting the issue of this indentation, that is the space before this MVP at FCCS, this is space. So which is also making the column width a more one. So to deal this with issue, I can go to this option and under the member option, we have indentation. Under this, we will just go and make it as presently it is on sub items. So that is why it is showing in a hierarchy manner. So make it as none, click OK and just refresh it. Now you can see that there is no indentation here. The space have been removed. It has been shown. And from here, you can just make and choose it as per your requirement. You can make this your required alignment. So this is one of the feature, the tips which we can use. And similarly for the smart view under option, we can also choose the new in place of missing, we can, acha, this is the numeric 0, we can make it as missing also. So in place of 0, we can see the 0 number. And also we can define the decimal place here, 2500.50. This is the member we have inputted. It is uploading our data in it. Now you can see by we have to increase this decimal to see the figure, but we can define this in the application itself from the option under formatting. We have decimal places default. If we can make it as 2, we'll click as OK and we'll refresh it. Now you can see it will always show the amount with 2 decimal places. Okay. Now you can see. Although we can make it as a 0 from our formatting by formatting it, but by default it will show us the 2 decimal places, this one. So this is how we can ease our work while working on this smart view. And similarly for this exchange rate, you can see we have to define this one in the application under the data. I think this this user has no access to this data. That is why it is not coming under application, under tools. No. Data, financial close. No. Audit, access control. That's why as this user is not having the access to the data. That's why we can't. I can't show you that exchange rate, how we can input and how it is crucial for us. Because the thing to be kept in mind in this, that we have to input the data exchange rate for every period. Say for example, if we input it for January, we have to input for Feb also, and for March and so on, right? For every period, we have to input that figure and have to choose the correct POV, the period, date, the January year and the scenario, which is important. So these are the few steps through which uh, we can remove our issues which we get in while working on the FCCS application, and can resolve our and working on this with a smart view. So these are some of the tips. If we implement it, we can have a very good working with this, smooth and easy working with this. So with this, we conclude our today's topic, and we'll come up with some another topic. And hope you like this one, and you find it useful and interactive. And for so many such a useful and knowledgeable video, you can reach out to us. And you can see that at our YouTube channel. So with that, we conclude our today's session, and we'll meet again. So till then, goodbye and thank you.